DCFilmGirl.com. Keri and Rufus, so nice to see the two of you again. We chatted for season 1, and one of my favorite moments of that interview, we talked about the fight between Hal and Kate, the iconic punch.
Amazing.
Apparently, there's nothing that can help a divorce like a car bomb, like Debora says.
It's true.
So just talk about the dynamic of Kate and Hal, where we meet them this season, because it is a little bit different, Keri.
Yes. So, right, the end of season 1, I think Kate was really flirting with going a different way and exploring her options.
You always say it with the same little tune. Going a different way.
Going a different way. Exploring her options in the world. And I think the explosion and, what happens to Hal, it's a cold water to the face. I mean, you go back home. Yeah. You make sure everyone's safe, and it pulls things in, and I think you make sure everyone's okay. And then the stakes of the world and everything going on, they need each other because they need someone they can trust, and that just naturally happens.
Absolutely. And one of my favorite parts of the series is just watching the chemistry between the two of you with Hal and Kate. One of the best scenes is the July 4th episode where Hal kind of leans, like he needs her for support. How have the two of you leaned on each other now that you've stepped into these characters for 2 years?
We don't really worry about each other. One of the great things about this is I know she's good. She knows I'm good. I know that if I read a scene, I know that I've got my way of doing it, and she's going to meet me right in the middle. And if something new happens, we just trust each other. We can play.
Yeah.
So we don't even need to have a little private.
Yeah.
No,
we don't. We help each other run lines.
Exactly.
There was a day not too long ago where I really bombed on my lines, and I was like, oh,
we all have our bombing. We all have our bombing.
And he came in to
days.
do off camera, and he was like, okay, take it back. This is what you're forgetting. You're forgetting this word. Okay.
No, she does the same with me. We really lean on each other that way. But we don't worry about, is that the way you're going to say that?
No.
We'll go, whatever happens, we can. Yeah.
So did you do any choreography for the bed pile fight when Kate's trying to call someone and he's no.
You've got to work out that.
That was so funny.
You don't want an elbow in your face.
It was loose, but then you just kind of go for it.
Well, what you need to do, in order to make something loose, you have to set ground rules, okay? So we're going to land like this, you're not going to be there, because you can't just jazz it.
Yeah.
Because someone's going to get hurt.
Fucking hurt.
Sort of like me.
You
have to have some ground rules.
You're more worried about Keri hurting you than you're not worried about him.
It's true.
Definitely.
Yeah. You remember that from season 1.
Yeah. It's true.
The look of glee that comes in her eyes when she's coming towards me. She gets a glimpse that I'm wearing on.
Keri, what type of appreciation do you have for, DCMs and ambassadors after having played this character for 2 years? Is it even more?
Yes. I mean, we've been incredibly lucky to get to hang out with Ambassador Jane Hartley a lot, who is the real person doing my job.
That's so cool.
The American ambassador to the UK, Court of St. James. She is so incredible. I've been at multiple dinners at her house at the real Winfield. These intimate, lavish affairs with Obama or Hillary Clinton or whoever is being hosted, and she is
those guys.
So effortless. She just stands up. She always is dressed really well. It seems
she's
so easy.
Stylish.
She's so stylish. She's so smart. She's so warm. She knows how to laugh with everyone. She remembers everyone. It's incredible, and she is so fun. So I have the utmost respect. Talk about people who have to be on and sharp as a tack about so many world issues all at once. There's not a moment of her thinking about something or trying to. She is so on board.
And it's a great frame of reference for us, because when she talks about Hillary Clinton or Obama or whatever, she'll just tap on the name, but behind that is you can feel that she knows them. She's known them for years.
Yeah.
She's been through this. She's been through that. And that's the thing that we have to work on, is that whenever we've got these speeches, especially she has, where you're name checking 1,000 different things, you have to have such an ease and a background with everything you touch on, and it has to be effortless. And that's what takes the work, especially. But what she has to do so much of it. I just turn up at the end of the scene and steal a donut and leave. But she's like,
have some apple pie.
Exactly.
Well, they are giving me the wrap. It's so lovely to chat with the both of you again. I'm dying for season 3. That season 2 cliffhanger. Y'all are killing me with the cliffhanger.
It's insane,
I know.
Isn't it?
Blame Deborah Cahn.
It takes us by surprise.
I know. I'm blaming her, and I'm dying to see Elizabeth Jennings and Kate Weiler. They need to meet up at some point. Yes.
I know. She's like, You.
You.
I don't trust you.
You don't belong here.
Yeah, you don't belong here. Yeah.
Thank you both so much for your time today. Appreciate it. Allie and David, so nice to see the two of you again, and congratulations on another incredible season.
Thank you.
Eidra and Dennison, I feel like they're just like true natural born leaders. And you can just see that they like really want the best for themselves and like, you know, their bosses. Now after stepping into their shoes for 2 years, how has Eidra rubbed off on you?
Eidra teaches me more about being back-footed and not worrying so much about what other people think and just getting stuff done. I think I'm naturally I talk way more than Eidra does, and Eidra teaches you the power of silence and making people sweat.
Yes.
You know, and not helping out so much. She kind of lays back and kind of lets people make mistakes and sort of figure out what she needs, you know.
She's very concise in her delivery.
She's so
You're very
efficient.
good in the delivery.
She's so efficient. I wish I could be that efficient. Yeah.
Even like Kate says, you know, he is probably the nicest, most genuine politician I've ever met. How has Dennison kind of rubbed off on you now?
Now I'm just a bad boy.
Yeah.
I'm just a bad boy. Dennison's too nice. I'm just rolling. I'm just out there. You know what I mean? I'm just out there. I think that actually, when I first met Dennison, I wanted to grow up and be like him.
Seriously.
Exactly for these reasons: the silence, the power, the prowess, and then the more I've sat in his shoes, I'm like, oh, but what about your heart, man? Oh, professional.
Yes.
I love that. But what about your heart? What about your soul? And then I was like, more than just asking the question, screaming, like, come on. So I think I've learnt diplomacy, and I think I've learnt to just kind of listen to my heart and soul a little bit as well.
I love that. Dennison needs a little bit more of a personal life. Maybe season 3. We're gonna get him a love interest.
Get there.
We're getting there because I need it immediately.
I mean, the way season 2 ends,
it's I can't even talk about it. Well, you know, I'm an Eidra and Stuart shipper.
Are you?
I am.
Yay!
So, but here, I mean, obviously, kind of work gets in the way. What can
sure.
you tease about the future of their relationship, and what are your personal hopes for Eidra in that relationship?
Well, I mean, I think the truth is that work is always, the problem is that work always comes first for both of them. I think the tricky thing is that season 2, Eidra is probably in the highest stakes political situation. There's a lot going on that she has to manage. And I think Stuart is still trying to suss out where they are, and that is annoying to Eidra because she is trying to get something done. I think that, I think that they're such a great odd couple.
Yes.
And I am curious. I mean, listen, I think Stuart's wrong. I think Stuart messed up, and there's consequences to messing up.
Wow.
And, that's my position.
Wow.
So.
I know Atto's not here. But I just want to say, on behalf of Atto, there is an element of him that's like, let's do this thing.
Yes.
And there's also then
But he
Idra's
threw
like,
me under the bus season 1.
Did
He
he?
threw Eidra under the bus. He was like, baby, let's go public. But actually, I'm moving, and I'm not going to
moving.
tell you.
Yes.
Come
and
on.
she was upset.
but was he not saying, hey, why don't we, move together?
He did not.
That
We
does
did not have that conversation.
I felt like that's what
No.
he was
We're
doing.
getting Deborah on the phone right now.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Atto, I'm rooting for you, man.
He is in the doghouse, okay? Stuart is in the doghouse.
Well, they are giving me the wrap. I would chat with the two of you all day, but I'm so excited for audiences to see season
Thank you.
2 and that cliffhanger.
We haven't
I'm
even seen
also,
that.
I'm
You've
also
seen the
a
whole.
Stuart and Eidra shipper,
Oh,
by
you
the
haven't
way.
even seen
We
it.
haven't
Oh,
even
you
seen
are a
it.
shipper as well.
I'm a Stuart
that's
and Eidra.
nice.
I'm
So
a
you're a
big
shipper. You
fan.
haven't seen the rest of the season
Yeah, we've
2
only
yet.
seen the beginning. Yeah.
Oh my God! Well, it's fantastic. You guys
Okay.
are fantastic as always. So thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
It was so nice to
So
chat
nice
with you
to
again.
see you
Yes,
again.
I'm gonna sing down the Witch's Road till the
I mean,
end
just
of time.
wait. Next week, there's another version of it that comes out.
I've
so.
seen the first 4
Oh,
episodes.
you have?
Girl.
Oh,
Yes.
that's right. Oh, that's right. They gave you the first 4.
They gave us
They
the
see a
first
lot
4,
more
but
than
no
we see.
more. Yes.
That's right. Okay.
It's my whole new fall personality is Agatha all along. Thank you guys so much. Deborah, so nice to see you and be chatting with you again.
Great to see you again.
Yes, and congratulations on another amazing season. I loved season 1. Season 2 definitely delivers. So I'm so excited for audiences to see it. First of all, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
What can you kind of tease about Kate and Hal's relationship for season 2?
You know, it turns out a car bomb can really ruin a good divorce.
And they're going through one of those events in life, the kind of trauma and the kind of tragedy that completely upends what you think your life is about. And your priorities shift and your perspective shifts. And they're going through that, and on a dime, she feels like she made the wrong decision at the end of last season. She's making a different decision. And then as she starts to live with that, obviously, it's different on day 1 and day 100 when you're looking at the life of a relationship. So that's where she's at.
Well, Keri Russell is one of our greatest actors of all time.
She's amazing.
She's amazing. What continues to impress you about her as an artist, especially just watching her as Kate Weiler in season 2 here?
She's so game. She's so game to take the character anywhere and to try anything. And she really is just alive in the moment. Like, it's something actors talk about, and it's really hard to do. So she does so much preparation, and Rufus too, that both of them, like, they come in ready and then they just dump it all. You know, like, then it is what's happening on the stage. And her ability to maintain that much sort of energy and dynamism all the way through. The character keeps changing because what she brings to it keeps changing.
I love that. Character keeps changing and what she brings to it keeps changing. Well, I love Stuart and Eidra as well. Right. Yes, I love Ali and Otto. They're so fantastic together. What can you tease about their relationship this season? Because I know that they were, you know, kind of hot and heavy season 1. Now work has kind of come in the way.
You know, when we were interviewing people to sort of learn about the series, we kept talking to people who were like, oh, well, I do this job, or I'm an ambassador, but my husband is also an ambassador, and like, oh, that's funny. You know, I'm a DCM, and so is my husband. He's a DCM in another country. Oh, you know, my wife is also a foreign service officer. There were so many people who were going into this line of work and then finding themselves in this impossible situation where you're trying to build a life together that is just largely untenable for your two careers. So exploring that from two different kind of points in the biorhythm of a relationship was really exciting. Stuart and Eidra at the very beginning of a relationship. Kate and Hal are 10 years, 15 years in, and to have kind of one looking at the other and thinking, I'm not really sure I want that for my life, but I also don't want to leave this relationship.
Well, Allison Janney is fantastic as our vice president. Every single time she's on screen, it just, you know, electrifies, especially the scenes between her and Keri are so good. What was it like just watching her kind of, you know, come to life as the vice president in your series?
It was so exciting. It's such a joy to see her work.
Yes.
It is, you know, I think we all kind of like harbored this question of like, are we all bringing too much West Wing with us? And we loved that, and we want this to be its own thing, like it's its own entity. So it was just great to see her build a character from the ground up. I hadn't seen that before. I wasn't with the show, with the West Wing in season 1. So seeing her find the character, seeing her define the character, and then being able to write for the character based on what I was seeing is really fun.
Is season 3 and the rest of the story still a creative process for you? Because at the end of this season, season 2, we do have another massive cliffhanger. Do you in your mind know where you want Kate and Hal and the rest of the characters to go, or is it still a creative process for you?
I like to have a plan. Like I like to have at least a backup plan. But if the series goes forward, I want to kind of be guided by what I'm seeing from the actors, what I'm which stories are really popping. What did there are things that I thought would be so amazing and ended up just to not really fire. And then other relationships or kinds of stories that really succeed on the series, you want to be able to turn into that when the opportunity appears, and you want it to be kind of a live creative process for not just me, but the whole team of writers that I'm working with. So it's always great when something destroys our plan.
What's one scene that you are very excited for audiences to see?
There is a meal that Kate and Hal and Grace Penn have together that is delicious in every sense. It's a really great scene, and it was fun to see it play out.
Oh, they're so great in that scene. Well, they are giving me the wrap, Debora. It was so nice to chat with you again. I'm
glad we could do it in person this time.
Yes, so happy to chat with you in person, and I'm so excited for audiences to see The Diplomat Season 2. I need more episodes. I need Season 3 right now, Debora. I'll have to wait another year. Yes, thank you so much for your time today.